Okay, now we are going to start our English medium combined mathematics class. Then when we come to the combined mathematics, then there is two mathematics subjects are combined to create this subject. That two mathematics sections are, one is pure mathematics, other one is applied mathematics. By combining these two mathematics, in 2001, Sri Lanka exam department, they create a new subject. It is called combined mathematics. Then under combined mathematics, we have to study pure mathematics and applied mathematics parts, right? From pure mathematics, they create combined mathematics first paper, and from applied mathematics parts, they give us a combined mathematics second paper. In each paper, there is a part A and part B. Part A contains 10 short questions. Then part B contains from 11 to 17. There are 7 essay questions. For each short questions, they give 25 marks. Then for 10 short questions, they give 25 into 10 mean 250 marks, right? Then under part B, there are 7 essay questions, but we have to answer only 5 essay questions. 5. For each essay questions, they give us 150 marks. Then 150 into 5 mean there are 750 marks. Then for part A and part B, 250 marks plus 750 marks mean there are 1000 marks. There are 1000 marks. After giving these marks, they divided this 1000 mark by 10. Then they get for first paper 100% marks. 100% marks. Same as second paper, combined as second paper. Same way, part A, there are 10 short questions. Under part B, there are 7 essay questions. And here also these 10 short questions are compulsory. Then 25 into 10 mean there are 250 marks for 10 short questions. And there are 7 essay questions. We have to answer 5 essay questions. For 1 essay question, 150 marks. Then for 5 essay marks, 750 marks. Then total 1000 marks. Then as earlier I said, this 1000 mark again divided by 10, then they get 100 marks for second paper also. Then first paper we can get 100 marks, second paper we can get 100 marks. After that they add these 100 marks, then they got 200 marks, then they divided it by 10, after again 100 marks. That is the way how they give marks for both papers. For each paper, they give time 3 hours for answer the paper and 10 minutes for reading the paper. To read paper, they give 10 marks. They give 10 minutes, and to answer they give 3 hours, right? Then there are 310 minutes to paper you have to paste. Then like this, you can take 100 marks for combined mathematics subject. Then if any student get 100 to 75 marks, they give A pass. Then 65 to 75 marks, they give B pass. 55 to 65 marks, they give C pass. And normally 45 to 55, they give S marks. But this 45 mark is changing somewhat year to year, right? Some year 42, 43, 40, right? 38, like then it is changing. But normally other ranges are fixed, right? This is the grades they given for this subject, right? Not only this subject, chemistry, physics also same, right? Then this is the basic structure, right? Then there is a pure mathematics. Under pure mathematics, we have to learn we have to learn various formula, various theories, and various concepts, right? Then basically under pure mathematics, by using these formulas, theories, and concepts, we have to find some unknowns, right? If we briefly describe what is pure mathematics, that is the brief idea, right? But when we come to the applied mathematics, this is completely different from pure mathematics. Under applied mathematics, we have to study practical situations, right? By using our pure mathematics knowledge, we have to solve practical problems, right? When we came to the practical world, then we have to apply our mathematics knowledge and we have to solve the practical problems too easy with normal people, right? Normal people and engineer also same, no? That is the basic idea we are studying about applied mathematics, right? So, now we have to move, right? I think that is enough for the brief introduction of what is this subject. Then under pure mathematics, we have to study 19 lessons. Under applied mathematics, we have to study 19 lessons, right? But there is a way we have to study these lessons. That means there are 3 terms under grade 12 and there are another 3 terms under grade 13, right? In education department, they guided us how we have to teach these lessons to term, right? So, in grade 12 first term, we have to learn 7 pure mathematics lessons and 2 applied mathematics lessons. Then, first we have to study 5 lessons under pure mathematics. Then we have to study only 2 lessons under applied mathematics. But when we go further, then grade 13 first term, second term, pure mathematics lessons and applied mathematics lessons are normally equal. After grade 13, third term, simultaneously applied mathematics lessons and pure mathematics lessons are complete. That is the way. Then what we have to do, first we have to study each of every lessons very clearly and we have to solve A-level exam paper sums and provincial paper sums and there are very special term test paper, especially in Colombo district and Jaffna district. So we have to solve these type of sums and we have to be keen with every lessons we have to study, right? So then there are a lot of works to do we have to here. So we can start first lessons under pure mathematics. It is called real numbers, right? Now take a book and write down first lesson, real numbers. Real numbers. Okay. This is the first lesson under pure mathematics we have to learn. In these lessons we are discussing about first number sets, then decimal numbers and surds, right? About infinity and rational numbers. These are the subtopics we have to study under this lesson, right? First of all, we have to learn number sets, first topic under this lesson, right? Now write down first lesson, first subtopic, number sets. Number sets. Under these lessons, number sets, we have to study 6 types of number sets, right? Under this subtopic, we have to study 6 number sets. First one, set of counting numbers. The set of counting numbers. Right. Now we have to study what is this set, right? What is this number set? And how we write it, right? That is the case we have to study here. Right, that is very easy. In real world, we have to count, right? We have to count live things so that means we can count students, right? The parents and some kind of animals like that, they are live things, right? Then other one are objects. Objects mean like pen, pencil, right, desk. Right? We can count the school and buildings, number of rivers, right? Like that. They are we call them as objects. To count objects or live things, we have to use the numbers now. How we count live things or objects? First one we have to count one, no? Next second, then third, then fourth, then fifth, then sixth, then seventh, like that, no? If we create a number set by using these numbers, that number set is called as the set of counting numbers, right? If anyone asks from you, what is the set of counting numbers, right? What you have to say then? The numbers we are used to count objects or live beings, it is called as the counting number sets, the set of counting numbers, that is all, right? Okay, now write down first one. The set of counting numbers. The set of counting numbers. Right. Now write like this. The numbers which are used to counting objects or live things are called counting numbers. Are called counting numbers. Are called counting numbers. If we create a set, counting numbers as element, counting numbers as element of set, that set is named as right. Then this is the way this number set we have to write. Right? This is the way. We have to use this bracket starting bracket, then what is the first count in number 1, no? Then second 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, like then. Can we write all the counting numbers in this set? No. Why? There are infinite number of counting numbers, no? So after this comma, we have to put 3 dots. Not so many dots, we have to put 3 dots and we have to close the bracket. This is the way how we can write this counting number set, right? Write down this. Right. Now second one, the second number set is the set of natural numbers. Then set of natural numbers mean there are small difference between the set of counting numbers and the set of natural numbers. What's that difference? We have to put this counting numbers in 0. If we add 0 to this counting number set, then there is a new number in set, no? That number in set now named as natural number in set. This natural number in set has a symbol also. Here we have to write the capital N, but it is different somewhat. We have to double this angle line, right? This is the notation. Right? So this notation is used to denote natural number set. In natural number set, there are first natural number 0, then counting numbers 1, 2, 3, like that. After few elements written here, we have to put 3 dots and close brackets. This is the natural number set, the set of natural numbers, right? Okay. Now write down the second one, the set of natural numbers. The set of natural numbers. Okay, now write this way. By adding 0 to the set of counting numbers, we can create new number in set. This number in set is called the set of natural numbers. The set of natural numbers. Right. Now write this notation N, then write this set. right? Then third one, the set of integers. The set of integers. Right. You know, then these things, no? Because you have studied these numbering sets common in O-level mathematics also. No? Then set of integers mean there is a notation. This is the notation. First we have to write the Z letter, then we have to double this angle line. This is the notation. Then set of integers mean the set of negative and positive whole numbers and 0. The negative and positive whole numbers and 0. By using these numbers, if we create a set, it is called as the set of integers, right? So, when we write this set, we have to start with brackets and now we have to put negative integers now. As he doesn't know what is the least negative integer, first we have to put 3 dot. Then by putting comma, we have to write few negative whole numbers, -3, -2, -1. Then we have to write 0. After that we have to write some positive whole numbers, +1, +2, +3, like that. Then we have to again put 3 dots. Why? We don't know what is the greatest positive integer now. That means we don't know what is the greatest whole number. So, positive whole numbers also infinite numbers and negative whole numbers also infinite numbers. For this case, then we have to start with 3 dot and we have to end with 3 dot. This is the way the set of integers we have to write it. And if we want to write this integers in, this is the way we have to write it, right? Okay. So write this way. The set of negative and positive whole numbers including 0 is known as the set of integers, right? It is denoted by this symbol that doesn't not write here, but you have to put it within brackets when you write the topic, right? Now you have to write this set. Right. Then when we learn further other pure mathematics lessons, this set of integers is we have to use several ways. For that case, we have to take four type of subsets. Right? By using this integer set, we can create four type of subset. Now we have to study what is then four type of subset. Right? This is the first one. First one, the set of positive integers. The set of positive integers. This is the notation of it. This is the symbol for integers. Now we are talking about positive integers. No? For that case, we have to write this symbol and a small amount of front of n to be over. We have to put their positive mark. Is that plus? This is the symbol. Then, if we write this subset, positive integers, no, positive integers mean these are not positive, no. This is also not positive. Why? 0 doesn't has any sign, no. 0 is not positive, 0 is not negative. Right? So, positive integers mean plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, like that numbers, right? So we can write this subset 1, 2, 3, 3 dot 10, we have to close a bracket. Then other one, the set of negative integers. This is the notation. Then we can write this subset negative integers, no. Then third one, the set of positive integers the set of positive integers in integers with 0 including 0, right? That is better, including 0. That is the notation. This notation is for integers. If we put here positive, that means positive integers. Then if we put here 0, then 0 also there, right? then 0 and positive integers. 0, positive 1, positive 3, positive 3. We have to put 3 dot and close brackets. Then fourth one, the set of negative integers including 0. Its notation we have to write integers notation, then the set of negative we have to put negative mark and 0 here. So now we can write this subset, then there should be all the negative integers and 0. First we have to put 3 dots, then minus 3 comma minus 2 comma minus 1 and 0. Okay, now write this four type of subset of positive integer set. Write these four subsets. Right. Okay, now 3 sets. Okay, now. Then fourth one, it is called the set of rational numbers. The set of rational numbers. The set of rational numbers. This is the its notation. This is normally Q, but there are two double lines, right? This is the notation. For this rational number set, there is a definition. In this definition says that rational numbers mean what it is, right? First, within brackets, first P over Q. Then explanations, right? According to this one, we can get basic idea about this rational number, and there should be something in numerator, no? This is numerator. Normally we called in singular lave, no? This is denominator. This is array. By looking this one, we can get an idea about rational numbers are numbers with there should be numerator and denominator. Now we have to study what is mean by P and what is mean by Q. No? Then this is the explanation. Right? Then this definition said P and Q, P comma Q, element of Z. This is integer set now. If P and Q are element of this set, that means P and Q are integers. Then we can get a more clear idea about the rational numbers. In rational numbers, in numerator and denominator, there should be integers. No? But there are still further explanations. Now, Q is not equal to 0. Q is not equal to 0. That means in rational numbers, there are integers in numerator and denominator, but denominator integer should not be equal to 0. Should not be equal to 0. And there is another explanation. P and Q don't have common factors. rather than 1. Rather than, no, other than. That means in rational numbers, numerator and denominator should be integers, but denominator integer should not be equal to 0, and these two integers common factors only common factors that these two integers have 1. Other than 1, there should not be any common factors. If these three things are satisfied, that means both numerator and denominator numbers should be integers. Then denominator integer should not be equal to 0. Then third condition, both P and Q don't have common factors other than 1. So we can write few examples to discuss this one. First one, if we take 3 over 4, here 3 is an integer, is an integer, 4 is an integer, and this is not 0, no? This is not 0. Both integers don't have common factors more than 1, no? More than 1. Because we can divide 3 by 1 and 4 by 1. That means 1 is common factor. We can divide 3 by 3, but we can't divide 4 by 3. Then 3 is not a common factor, no? In here 4, we can divide 4 by 2, but we can't divide 3 by 2. That means 2 is not a common factor. Here we can divide this one by 4, but we can't divide 3 by 4. Then 4 also not a common factor. That means this one is rational number. If we simplify this one, 3 over 4 means positive decimal number, no? According to this example, we can get an idea about then some positive decimal numbers are rational numbers. Some positive integer, 3 over 4, then 2 over 7, right? 1 over 9, like that. These are, if we simplify this one, positive integers. Second example, we can take like this, minus 5 over 7, right? Minus 7 over 11, right? Then minus 13 over 5. In numerator and denominator, both are integers. Denominator integer, not 0, and these two integers don't have common factors other than 1. No? If we simplify this one, what we can get? Negative decimal numbers. No? That means some decimal negative numbers also rational numbers. Then third example. If we take as an example 8, we can write 8 over 1. No? 8 we can write this way. Then 8 and 1 are integers. This one is not 0. Both these integers don't have common factors other than 1. then this is a rational number. That means 8 also rational number. If 8 is a rational number, then 9, 20, 25, like that, any positive integer also rational number. Then same way, we can take minus 3. We can write it minus 3 over 1. That means minus 3 is a rational number. Then by this example, we can get an idea, not only minus 3, every negative integer is a rational number. Then all the positive integers are rational number, all the negative numbers are rational number. Then what about 0? 0 also same, no? We can write 0 or 1. That means this one is a rational number. The meaning of it, 0 is a rational number. Now we can get a broad idea about this one. The rational number set mean there are positive integers, all the positive integers, all the negative integers, and 0. That means all the integers are rational numbers. Other than that, there are some positive decimal numbers and negative decimal numbers. Those are rational numbers. Right? That is what we have to learn here. Then, as we earlier learned in integer set, they are also four subset. First one, this one. Second one, this one. Third one, right. Now I give you some work. You have to put name here. What is this subset? Right? For a help. For this one I can say what we can name this subset. Positive rational number set. No? The set of positive rational numbers. Right? Then same way you can name this one and this one and this one. Right? Okay. Write down the topic. The set of rational numbers. Then you have to write the symbol of it. Then you have to write the definition. Then examples. Right. The set of positive rational numbers. This one, the set of negative rational numbers. This one, the set of negative rational numbers including 0. This one, the set of positive rational numbers including 0. These are the 4 subsets of rational numbers. Right. Right. The next one, the set of irrational numbers. Set of irrational numbers. This is denoted by Q dash. Q dash. Right. Then irrational numbers mean there are some numbers they cannot express by this way. If there is some numbers they cannot express in this way, right? These numbers are named as irrational numbers. As an example, if we take root 3. As earlier we can write this one root 3 over 1, but this is not the form of this one. No? In this form, these two numbers are integers. No? Here numerator are integers, this one, but this is not an integer. Root 3 mean if we simplify that one, that is a decimal number. No? Then root 3, then root 5, then root 7, right? These are irrational numbers. Not only that, this type of numbers, then root 3 over 7, right? The 2 over root 5, then root 3 over root 11, right? These are not the form of this one. Right? All these numbers are called as irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Okay. First write down the topic, the set of irrational numbers and it is notation. Right? And it is notation. Then you have to write down a note like this. Like this one. The numbers that cannot be, the numbers that cannot be, the numbers that cannot be expressed in the form of P over Q. P over Q are called irrational numbers. Are called irrational numbers. Now write down given examples. Right. Now, this is the last number sets. The set of real numbers. The set of real numbers. This is the notation of real number. Then real number set mean the set which consists of all the rational numbers and all the irrational numbers. If there is a set, right? If there is a set which consists of all the rational numbers and irrational numbers, this set is called as real number set, right? Then there is a four type of subsets. First one, this one, you have to name it. Second one, this one, you have to name it. Third one, this one, you have to name it. Fourth one, this one, you have to name it. Right? First write down the topic, the set of real numbers, and write its notation. Write its notation. Right. Now write this one. The set which consists of all the rational numbers and all the irrational numbers is called as the set of real numbers. The set of real numbers. Right. Now write this one. Then these are the four type of subsets. Then what is the name of this one? The positive set of real numbers. No. This one, the negative set of positive real numbers. This the set of negative real numbers. this one. The set of positive real numbers including 0. This one, the set of negative real numbers including 0. Right. This is a set of real numbers, right? And it is subset. Okay. Now we have studied the first topic of this lesson. Under real number lesson, the first topic we have to learn about set of numbers, number sets. So these are the number sets we have to learn, and we have to remember these symbols, right? If we see any sum or any text, these symbols, we should have to identify what is this set and what is it elements, right? That's enough. That's enough. Now we have learned the number sets. No? Then second topic, we have to study, we can mark these real numbers as a point in a straight line, right? As a straight line. Then that straight line, every point denotes real number. Then we can name that line real number line or number line, right? It is called real number line, right? So we can now go to the second topic, right? Write down this one. Geometrical representation of geometrical representation of a real number. geometrical representation of a real number. Geometrical representation of a real number, right? Okay. You have learned this one in, I think, grade 9, 10, right? Like then, in O-level basic classes, you have studied this one. But this is the idea behind this one, right? You can draw a straight line. You can draw a straight line. Now you can mark any point on this straight line. And you can draw a small circle around this point. Small circle around this point. And you can think this point represents 0. This point represents 0. Then, if we mark any point, right hand side of this point on this straight line, that point denotes positive real numbers. And if we mark any point on this straight line, left hand side of this point, that point denotes negative real numbers. Negative real numbers. Then that's happening this way, right? We can mark any point from any distance from this line, this dot, right? Let's think. If we mark a point from distance L, from this point to this point, distance is L. This point is right hand side of this point, right? Then this point denotes a positive real number. What's that number? That number is positive L. That means this dot represent number is proportional to this length, right? This distance. Then, if we mark a point on this straight line, left hand side of this point, distance of M, that is the point. This point represent real number. What is that real number? Minus M. Minus M. Right? This is the way you can representation any real number on a real number line. Right? It is called real number line. Right? Okay. Now write this one. You have to draw, write this one, you have to draw a straight line and you have to mark point on this straight line. Point on this straight line. Then you have to draw a small circle around that point n, around that point n, around that point n, you have to mark near that point, you have to mark near that point 0. You have to mark near that point 0. Then that mean that point represent on a straight line number 0. Then you can mark points on that straight line, points on that straight line, right hand side of the 0. Right hand side of the 0, right hand side of the 0, represent positive real numbers, and you can mark points left hand side of the straight line to the 0, represent negative real numbers, represent negative real numbers. So in this way, you can mark any real number. On this straight line, by a point. So this is called one-to-one correspondence between the real numbers and points on the line. Points on the line. This line is called, then this line is called real line no number line. Right. Now you have to draw this one. Right. Now, this is about real number line. Now, there are some questions in normal in school papers, that means term test papers, they give some real numbers and they ask us to mark it, that numbers on a real number line, right? So then we have to study how we mark point on this real number line under exam conditions, right? First I take very simple example. First one, you have to mark positive 3 in real number line, right? So this is the way. First you have to draw a straight line. Then you have to mark a point on this straight line and draw a small circle around that point, and you have to put here 0. That means we think this point denotes 0. Then if we mark any positive real number, it should be right hand side of this circle. If we mark any negative number, it should be left hand side of this circle. Is it clear? Right. Now what you have to do, you have to take any distance, right? You first if you have, you should use a mathematical instrument box, right? Then by using mathematical instrument box, you can take, I mean you call that Kawakato, right, compass. Then you have to take any distance, right? It can be 1 centimeter, it can be 1 inch, right? It can be 5 centimeter, right? The distance doesn't matter what you take, right? What right? What you have to do, you have to take some distance, right? Then you have to put the tip of instrument here, and you have to cut, by using that compass, you have to cut this straight line like this. That is enough. Then don't change the distance, and you have to put here, and you have to cut it again here. Again we don't change distance, and you have to put in here, and you have to cut again here. Then what we can say, this distance and distance are equal, no? If we consider the distance what we get to instrument is unit 1, then what is the length from this point to this point? 3, no? From here to here distance unit 3. Then if this distance is unit 3, then what is the number this point represent? Positive 3, no? Because it is right hand side of this point, then it is a positive number. When distance from this point to this point is 3, then magnitude of this number is 3. This is the way we have to mark it. Okay. Then second one, you have to mark -2. -2. Right. Then second one, we have to mark -2. No? In that case, first we have to draw a straight line. Then we have to mark a point on this straight line. And we have to draw a small circle around it. Then we have to take any distance to compass. And you should put its tip here. And you have to make an arch to be cut this line. This. Then you don't change that distance from compass. Now you have to put the tip of compass here. And you have to draw again sharp to intersect this straight line, this point. Then what is the distance from this point to this point? You need 2, no? Then this point represent number magnitude is 2. If this distance is unit 2, then magnitude of this number 2. As this point is left hand side of this straight line, then its sign is minus. Its sign minus. Then -2 we have represent here. -2 we have represent here. Right. Then third example, you try for this one. We have to mark in real number line positive 3.5. Positive 3.5. Right. In this case, you have to mark 3.5, no? You have to mark 3.5. Right. If you mark 3.5, this is the way. First we have to draw a straight line and we have to mark a point on this, around this point, very small circle. Then this is positive 3.5. That means that point should be right hand side of this point, and it should be right hand side, and it should be on this straight line, right? Then first we have to take any distance to compass. Then you have to put end here and draw an arch. Then without changing distance, you have to put a compass end here and draw an arch. Again put end here and draw an arch here. Again put end here and you have to draw an arch here. Then we have draw O arch. No? O arch. Then from here to here, distance 1. This distance 1, this distance 1, this distance 1. Then from here to here, distance 3. No? That means this distance represents 3. This point represents 3. Then this point represents 4. No? 4. But you want to mark here 3.5. That means in between, midpoint of this straight line we have to mark. Midpoint of this straight line. That means we have to create a bisect. No? Now how we can create perpendicular bisect for this straight line? We have to put end of compass here and you have to take a distance. It should be more than half of this distance, more than half. Then you have to mark over and below 2 arch. Without changing this distance, you have to put end here and you have to draw 2 arch this. Then you have to join this intersection point and this intersection point by using straight line. Then this straight line is perpendicular to this straight line. This distance is equal to this distance. Then this is the point we are looking. Then this point represent 3.5 now. This point represent 3.5. Right. Fourth one. You have to represent 2.25. 2.25. Do it. Right. Now you have to mark 2.25. In this case, you have to draw a straight line and you have to mark a point and draw a small circle around that point, and we mark near it 0. Right. Then you have to take any distance to compass and you have to put end here and draw arch like that. Then without changing the distance, you have to put one end here and draw another arch here. The arch here. Now you have to mark midpoint of this straight line segment. Right? To do this, you have to make a perpendicular bisector to this straight line. Right? We discussed earlier how we can do it, and you have to put here compass in and you have to take more than half of distance to compass, and you have to put here arch here. Then without changing, you have to put end here. This is the midpoint. 1, 2, this is 2.5. But what we want 2.25, no? That means we have to find this distance midpoint, right? How we can find this distance midpoint? You have to draw again perpendicular bisector this line segment, right? For that case, you have to take compass end here and you have to take more than half of distance of this line to compass and draw arch here, again here. Here and draw arch. Now you have to join 2 points. This is the point. Draw a small circle around that point. This point represents positive 2.25. Positive 2.25, right? Okay. Then fifth one. These are very important, right? Fifth one. You have to mark root 2. Root 2 on real number line. As we know, this is an irrational number, no? Root 2. If we want to mark that irrational number, first we have to do this one. First we have to take this number alone. That means without square root, you have to take this number out. That means 2. Now you have to express this number. You have to express this number as an addition or subtraction by square root known, if square root known, 2 numbers. What are the numbers we know square root? We know square root of 1, no? We know square root of 4. We know square root of 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. Right? Like that 64, 81, 100. Like that there are some integers we know its square root is straightforward. No? By using these two numbers or by using one number again and again, right? By using these two numbers or by using same number again and again, you have to express this number as addition or as a subtraction. That is the way we have to do. This is 2, no? By addition we can't take 2 because these are the small numbers. If we add these 2, that is 5, no? By subtracting we can't take 2. 4 minus 1 mean 3. Here 9 minus 4 mean 5. We can use this number again and again. Now this is 1. We can write 2 as 1 plus 1. Is it clear? 1 plus 1. Now what we have to do, we can write this number by its square root 1 squared. For this number we can write its square root squared. For this number we can write its square root squared. What we did here? We are trying to use Pythagoras theorem, right? That is why we write this number, its square root is squared. This number, its square root is squared. This number is its square root is squared, right? According to this equation, we can deduce that if we draw a rectangle triangle like this path distance 1 and this side distance 1 and this side distance 1, then what is this distance? Root 2. No? Root 2. That is what our final conclusion according to the Pythagoras theorem, right? Now we are trying to create like this triangle. First we have to draw a straight line. Then we have to mark point and draw a small circle around it and put near it 0. Now we have to take any distance to compass and we have to put its end here and make an arch. Now this distance is 1 now. Now we want to draw a perpendicular to this point because we need a rectangle now. How we can draw a perpendicular to point on a straight line? We have to put compass end here and we have to get any distance to compass and we have to draw an arch this side and this side. Then we have to somewhat extend that compass and we have to put end here and we have to draw an arch here and again we have to put end here and draw an arch here. Then we have to join this point to this point. This is right angle. Right. Now we have to put again in one end of compass here and we have to take pencil tip here. Now we have to take again this distance to compass. Now without changing any distance we have to put compass end here and we have to draw an arch here to be intersection this perpendicular. Then what happened? This length is 1, this length also 1. If we join these 2 points, this one and this one, then what is the distance of this one? Root 2. No? This distance root 2. Now what we have to do? Again we have to take compass. Again we have to take compass. Now we have to put the end of compass here and we have to take pencil tip here. That means we take to the compass this distance root 2. Now to be this point center, we have to use this distance as radius. Then we have to draw a arch like this. Then this center to any point of this arch is root 2. No? Then from this point to this point distance also root 2. This is the point. As this point to this point distance root 2, then what is the real number represent this point? Positive root 2. That is the way. Right? Do this. Right. Then second one, next one. Road tree. You have to mark road tree. Then you have to take this number without square root, then tree. Now we have to write this number by using square root non two numbers as a addition or subtraction. What we can do? As a addition we can't take tree now, but as a subtraction, if we subtract 1 from 4, then 3 now. So we can write 3, 4 minus 1. Is it clear? Now we have to take this minus 1 to left hand side. Then 3 plus 1 is equal 4, right? Why we take this minus 1 to this side? Because we are trying to use Pythagoras theorem. No? In Pythagoras theorem, there are no minus mark, right? There should be two squared addition. No? Now we have to write this number, its square root 2, its addition square. We have to write this number, its square root 1, its square. We have to write this number, its square root 3, its square. Right? Now we have to create rectangle, triangle, this way. Why? Because here, these are the length of sides, no? Root 3 and root 1. In this case, square root 3 comes as a length of two sides. No? If this side length 1, then this side length root 3, then what happened to this length? 2. No? This is the way. Now we have to create a rectangular triangle this way on real number line. This is the straight line. We have to mark point here like that. We have to write near it 0. Then we have to make perpendicular to this point. No? This. We just mark like that. This is the perpendicular. Now we have to take any distance to compass and put end here and draw an arch. Without changing distance, we have to put end here. You have to draw arch here. Why we draw unit 2 in this line? Because on this way we want only unit 1, no? But problem is we have to take unit 2 also, no, draw that other length. Then now we have to take compass end here and pencil tip here. That means we take to the pencil unit 2. Then we have to put here a compass in, and by using compass we have to draw an arch here. Then distance from this point to this point is 2 now. This distance 2, this distance 1, then distance from this point to this point is root 3. That means this point denotes positive root 3 in this real number line. Real line or number line. This is the way. That means we have to make two type of rectangle triangle. One is this. In this method, the root number we have to take on this one. If we draw this way, this is the distance by roots. Right. Now, as a homework, you have to do these numbers, you have to mark, right? Root 5, root 7, root 11, root 61, root 12, root 13. Do these 6 questions, you have to mark these irrational numbers on real number line. Right? So, today we discuss, first we discuss briefly what is combined mathematics, and then we move to first pure mathematics lesson, real numbers. Under that lesson, we discuss about two topics. First one is the set of numbers, type of set of numbers and its notations, right? Its notation. Second one, geometrical representation of a real number. There are two topics we have covered. Then there is another two topics we have to discuss. We can finish that next day. First one, decimal numbers next week. Decimal numbers and surds. Decimal numbers and surds. We have to discuss. By discussing that two topics, we can finish this lesson, right? So you have to send me your name, address, because we have to send you a tutorial and papers. So if there is any problem regarding this lesson, you can discuss with me by using this number. Right? After 5 p.m. of every day, anytime you can call me by using this number, and you can discuss any number here. From next day, I create a WhatsApp group, discussion group. Then while we are learning lesson, you can put any message from that group, and I read it and I can give answers itself. That is good. Okay. So this is the way I taught every lesson, and because initially I taught every definitions and every theories and every formulas, right? Like that. Then by using examples, I go further deep that lesson. After that, we have to make some if we say some complex sums, that is wrong, right? There is no complex sums. But it is not example level questions. Then we have to move A-level past papers exam sums and provincial past paper sums and major schools term test papers. By discussing those things, we can find lesson by lesson. We have to finish lesson by lesson. And after few lessons, that means after 3 or 4 lessons discussed, I will start a small paper class. That means there are 1 hour and 15-minute paper you have to write. And I will discuss it with the marking and what are the steps most important in A-level exam, like that. That will start after 3 or 4 lessons finish. Right? Okay. So that's all for lesson today. Right?